Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Black Book.
The moment you leave for the woods, you feel ancient Leshy sorcery. Recollecting your recent adventure, you quickly turn your clothes inside out. The forest sorcery at once loses its power over you. You see someone's figure ahead. The demon, luring you again. You find a peasant who succumbed to the Leshy's spell several days ago. You help him to get out on the road and continue on your way.
I sat on a fallen birch tree and, as my late grandpa advised, put my left boot on my right foot and my right boot on my left foot. Then, just as quickly, I took off my jacket, turned it inside out, and put it back over my already soaked sweater. I didn't forget to speak the secret words my grandpa taught me: sheep muzzle, sheep wool, don't fool around, and let me go. The other thing my grandpa said was that you have to trick a leshy. You have to think of one thing but do the opposite. I tried it out. I walked for about 5 meters and abruptly turned right after feigning left. Then I went left after feigning right. In about 10 minutes, I walked out of the swamp past some pine trees. I was soon walking down a familiar path. The rain stopped and a gentle, warm wind dried my clothes. The sky cleared, stars began to appear, and I walked home. As I exited the forest, it seemed as if the aspen leaves fluttering in the wind were whispering entirely human words. Arg, you figured it out, you rascal. Okay.
Ilya stands, shining with a fresh whitewash over this prosperous village. A church like this will stand for several centuries, that's for sure. Not like the crooked church of the Epiphany, where no one performs services anymore. What did Saveri forget there? The frightened peasants point you to the crooked tower of the old church. For several days, the deacon has been performing services there, and each time, he looks worse and worse. They say the church is cursed, although they tried to consecrate it with a new icon from Solikamsk. Inside, the church is built to last, and
Yay!
looks almost like a palace. You whisper a prayer and rest.
Oh, there's not much here. Some interesting stuff. Okay, so we're gonna thin out the book a little bit here. Now keep that. Get rid of this. I'm going to put in a couple blue stones. That might still be useful. And this will thin out. So it'll go down to 16 once these get all used. Hello. Is that a gathering? Maybe I should drop in. Maybe I shouldn't. The songs make me sad. Get a song here.
You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running Vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
In case you didn't restore your health before. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm not sure if I said it before, but let's welcome back to Let's Play Black Book, and we're going to go to the Epiphany Church now, the Cursed Church. We're running a snowball deck. Yeah, that looks a little bit run down, a little bit sinister. Let's see what we can find. I mean, I can see two herbs right... Oh, I'm not pushing the right buttons. I was pressing E, not W. Removes break herb.
The church cross has gone lopsided, and the logs are blackened with age.
Yep, that's not great. Is there anything to be seen over here? Nope, I think that's good. Whoop.
You knock on the door and hear the familiar voice of Saveli, the deacon.
Who's there? Go away, it's dangerous here.
Saveli, open up. It's me, Vasilisa from Vilgard.
Okay, so what is he trying to do?
You want to trick me. Prove you're not a demon. And only then will I let you in.
Read a prayer.
I've gotta rise.
All right, I believe you. Come in.
I imagine if your sin's too high, you can't read a prayer, but you can use the break herb.
I didn't expect to meet you here. So you came to belittle holy power?
No.
It is of course unlikely, but perhaps you came to help?
What are you doing here in the first place?
There is a rumor across the West that those who have prayed in the Church of the Epiphany have fallen ill. Hardly anyone comes here, and the next thing you know, no one will.
What do you mean, ill?
No one knows. They said they prayed, and their health turned for the worse. I too have read prayers here all day long, and from time to time feel wretched, as if there are some fingers closing around my throat. And to think that only recently we received a gift from Solikamsk, an icon.
How can I help?
A demon hid somewhere here, but I don't know where. I think inside of some item. But inside what? Maybe inside one of the benches. I've been praying for 3 days already, to no avail. Look around here with your witch eyes. Maybe you'll find something. Tell me if you find anything. I will cast all the Lord's might upon this thing.
I see you took a church towel with you. Will you lend it to me? I need it to fix something.
Help me get rid of the demon, and you can have it.
Okay, let's do
All right.
this.
We'll see.
Okay. Benches.
The old benches are dry and covered with dust. There are some markings on the benches, but they don't look like short claw marks. It looks like some children drew it.
Okay, what do we got?
The iconostasis is still in good condition, although no one performs services here. It seems like the Panteg villagers are taking care of the old icons. You inspect the images of the saints, but don't feel any evil spirits. The icons stare at you reproachfully. The sculptures are brightly painted by Panteg masters. The paint has already started to come off, but beneath it is just old wood. The altar is hidden behind the royal doors. You look inside. Saveli looks at you with reproach, but behind the gates, you see only old things. No evil spirits.
Hey, dude, stop looking at me
In the
with
center
reproach.
of the iconostasis hangs a new icon that someone recently gifted to the church.
You asked me to inspect things.
You glance at it from below. It differs from the rest, with bright colors and a rich frame. But something seems wrong with the traits of the saint. And this time, it is not the reproach of his look. You would like to take a closer look, but you need to climb up to do that.
Okay. Oh, look, there's a ladder
An
over
old
here.
ladder is lying here.
Makes sense they would have that to keep the icons in good condition. Is there anything else? Okay. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with fluid cycled and some pizza obtained. Okay, now I have won this fight. I've played this fight like twice. I've won it with a pretty strong vampirism deck, a lot stronger than the one I currently have. I've beaten it with a Judea deck, which is basically build up defenses and then use the card that turns defense into assault. I'm going to try it with this snowball deck now.
The altar is hidden behind the royal doors. In the center of the iconostasis hangs a new icon that someone recently gifted to the church. You climb up a ladder. Now you can take a better look at the new icon. The moment you touch the frame, you feel as if you have been struck by lightning. The icon is haunted. You touch the corner covered with fresh lacquer, and it falls off along with the paint. Beneath it, you discover a picture of hell, with chorts and sinners.
Okay, let's talk to the priest.
So, did you find where the demon hid himself?
Yes. The chart is in that icon. The one from Solikamsk.
Oh, what do you mean in the icon? Are you mocking me? I pray to it every night.
Right. We'll pray some more, and soon you'll say goodbye to your soul. This icon is hell-drawn.
Lord Almighty, move, witch!
Savedi opens a heavy psalter and starts reading monotonous prayers.
So, you finally guessed it, and I thought the Solikamsk Khaldun's treat me well. I wasn't fortunate enough and ended up in this vast watershed. Otherwise, hundreds of souls would be mine already.
Hellspawn, I'll send you back to the Inferno. The power of Christ compels you.
So, that's how you're talking now, dear Deacon. Only recently you were singing hymns to me. You're lucky the switch came to your aid. But what can be done? I'll have to kill you both.
That's really cool effect.
Wait.
I
What
mean,
kind
it's just
of sword
drawing.
are you? I haven't seen your kind before.
An intellectual witch. What a rarity.
Don't listen to it, Vasilisa. He's trying to get inside your head.
Mind your own business, priest.
That is creepy.
A sudden gust of wind knocks Savedi off his feet.
And away he goes.
Every Khaldun has a different talent, Vasilisa. Some are good at Zagavars, others are good at art. Like my masters, they paint images of noble demons and spread them throughout the gubernia.
So there's some cursed artists peddling haunted pictures that steal souls.
People don't even notice that they become our allies. I can respect a thirst for knowledge. I've been an icon, didn't work out. Maybe I can be of service to you. My price isn't high. Push the deacon out of this circle.
Now, if I were doing a sin thing and running with using all of the, cursing people left, right, and center, I would agree, but...
You wish. I'm more likely to push you back into the eternal flames. Be gone, demon!
Okay. I have a lot of these. So, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get bless. Ooh, that's not good. I maybe should have brought the flying cat. So... Oh, I should have done a keep. That was a waste. Kind of. Ours forever. Demonic defense. Demonic defense. Yep. Okay. Let's do this. Here we go. I'm going to take some damage. Yep. Ow. Ow. What's my keep for? Okay. We'll do this. Maybe I should have kept the Coldoon. It would be really useful right about now. Okay, do you have a thing that will remove a positive effect? On an enemy. Did I buy that? It doesn't appear I bought that. Well, shucky darn. Get a little bit of vampirism going. Cool. Forgot it did that. Oof. The keep is at 2. Alright. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. What is this? Can't undo it now. It is salt in the eye. Cool. Awesome. Cool. Should probably get the healing herb. I should probably build an herb thing. Except for before I do the herb thing, I want to have the thing that makes it possible that herbs don't get used up. It might not be on this run. Awesome. Okay. There we go, here we go. Vampirism is running out. That's fine. The vampirism running out is fine. Okay. Making you a gesture is a good thing. Here we go. Cool. Oh, how about that? Did you bless yourself? You did, but you're not able to beat my curse right now. This... What do I want to make? You're already firm. Yeah, you. Okay. Nice. Huh. I've got a lot of defense now. Okay, I'm well past where they can beat me. They had to stop my momentum and they failed. I mean, if I had the sea depth, this would be even more silly, but this deck does not depend upon sea depth. Okay. Nope, not that one. We're gonna... Yeah. Ow.
You should have said yes. Would have been easier.
For you.
Follow your orders? It's demons who should follow witch orders, not the other way around.
Okay, you're just going to hit me. Good grief. Oh no, stop. It hurts. go. Yeah, this isn't going your way, is it? This is kind of not going your way at all.
I'll remember that when you burn in the fires of hell.
Don't try to scare me. You might not be happy to see me in hell before my time.
Yep, that's fair assessment. I think I'm just down to these 4 keys left in the book, and just 3 of them are gestures, so I'm just casting them every time. And Grija just keeps getting stronger and stronger. If I had Judea or Sea Depth, this would already be over. But this is basically trying not to depend on statuses very much. Which, to be honest, I could try to get rid of these, but they're not slowing me down at all. In fact, look, I just cast all of that, fine. Yep. Double waste.
When the hell-drawn demon loses his strength, Saveli takes off the icon and burns it. Now this chort won't curse anyone anymore. The grateful priest gives you the towel and blesses you on your way.
And then Saveli burned that cursed icon.
I'd like to take a look at that demonic work. It is said that Khaldoons make their chorts to draw these pieces. It means that they paint them from their memories. All they paint is true. You took a towel, that's what matters. What are you going to look for?
Well, first... What am I going to do? I want to keep that. That's a really good start. That is going to hurt, but this way, everything... I'm just able to go out with all my chorts doing nothing to me. Okay. Who do we want to go next? The candles or the knife? Last time I did the candles after... Let's do the knife first.
The churchkeeper killed some witch right in front of his church. He was taken by the police to Cherdin. Where that knife is, only God knows.
Start with the knife.
Nikiforovich, been mad for quite some time, after his wife died.
He always seemed like such a nice man to me.
Well, and how long ago did you see him? Now it seems he went down the crooked path, along with the feeble mind of an old man. Besides, it's no simple feat to get to him. I think the police hold him in the Uyezd central office. They have a temporary prison over there. If he's not at the labor camp already, that's it.
I hope he's still there. If not, how will we find that knife?
Yes, the knife from the other church may not work, you know.
All right, let's get to it. I'll think of something.
Okay. Take the reward of nothing. Meaningless job. Send you. Meaningless job. Why did I take 13th Brother when I wasn't going to be doing anything with these guys? Okay. And the lot of you get to do nothing to me. This is an interesting system where what do you call it? If I were going sin and whatnot, and I were doing all this, I could be getting more money, all sorts of things, more rewards, maybe some more herbs.
So, how do you feel?
Well, I can fly all around it, but it's not quite a forest of your own. No, I still can scare though. Oh, well, I'm going to have a forest of my own someday. Grrr.
Let's wait to that. I wanted to do this first, because I think, let's do, so we want to buy a couple aspens. There we go. And we want to buy a couple breakbones. So this will get us down to 16 when everything's said and done. Ooh, let's remove this. And in its place, we'll do that. And do that. Okay. Oh no, that's also going to go away. So what did I remove? What did I remove? Well, this will bring me down to a 14, I think. Which is very useful, I think. Okay. Oh, piety and bless. Yeah, I got the max. Okay. Yep. Early morning will never come back. Okay, we're going to talk to you.
So, how do you feel?
Well, I'm going to
How are you gonna...
the usual way. Find one without a master. Then, I myself will become its master. Master!
I didn't expect you to leave me.
I'm Leshy, not your chort. Chort! Karr! Karr!
Why does your leshy sorcery fade if we turn our clothes inside out?
Clothes are like your personal gates into the ethereal world. We lead you humans into a strange place, but you can exit it through these gates of yours. Then again, we are not always to blame. I've seen
Thing I've just realized is I cut in the middle of last one, so I should have... So now I have a 34-minute video, so I'm going to switch to a new video here real quick.